Mrs. Oxley, you were telling me how you guys got married in Fairview, but you didn't actually get married at St. Joan of Arc Church. Could you tell us a little bit about that story?
Well, he had to testify that I had never been married before. And my father went up with me and told Father Bush, who was a priest at the time, that I had been married 5 times. Because he had this Scottish sense of humor. He was a foreman of the sheet metal shop in the shipyard. Came over from Scotland in 22. And my mother came a couple of years later. And it was Depression time, so he went out to Detroit to look for a job out there, but he couldn't find anything. He came back to Fairview. And then things got bad, so they started building ships. So here's a doll.
I was going to say, but as far as you actually got married in the rectory or the convent?
And we had a reception in the Legion. Later on, he became commander of the Legion.
And the rectory was actually where the convent is now, correct?
Yeah, the nuns lived in the rectory building.
Okay.
I wanted to know, like, where you lived in Fairview.
I was born on Kansas Road. I lived on Monitor. And then they bought a house, corner of American, Octagon.
And you went to Yorkshire School?
Yeah.
Any remember anything from Yorkshire School you could tell us?
Oh. Well, I had some nice teachers that I liked. I had good friends. And I have that picture somewhere. They had a club. What was it called? The Rainbow Girls or something? And that was 7th and 8th grade. And I got the Citizenship Award, I think. But they misspelled my name.
What year did you graduate from Yorkshire?
Years before 45. It had to be 41.
Yeah, because 42
Yeah, he went.
come out of that.
And then when your future husband came to the school, you met him then?
Well, not really. He had a crush on my best friend who lived on the next street. And somehow or other I inherited him. Did you know the Jaquettes?
Jaquettes?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, Betty Jaquette was my best friend. And Phil, her husband, was a fellow that we knew all our lives. But she died very young. She was in her early 30s of hepatitis. Her son, Michael, she lost him. Well, he died after she did. But Phil and Carol are still with us.
She won't tell you, but she graduated second in her class.
Oh, she was second in her class?
Second in her class at Camden High, but she won't tell you.
Oh, wow.
And that's the main reason I married her, because I needed a smart girl.
She was smart.
No, she was smart. But her parents didn't.
I said, if you put that in my obituary, I'll come back to haunt you.
Not being very smart. You look up to people who are smart, and I used to know.
Yeah.
I knew that I married a smart girl.
Now, I remember the America Road, because I remember Joey going to lunch.
They went every day.
At the grandma's.
At
His grandma's, yeah.
She fed him lunch every day.
Yeah, it was too far to go to Colorado, I think.
She didn't want us to get married a little bit. In fact, when I gave her a ring, her father said to her mother, "It's not as if they're getting married, they're just engaged. Why are you so excited?" So that's his thinking. But her father spent time in the trenches in World War I. We got a picture of him in his kilt because he was Scottish. He was one of the Scottish regiments.
Right.
And the Germans called them angels from hell. They were bad. They were bad.
But Joey's grandmother and Joey's cousins lived on America Road.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Jimmy and then John.
John and
Grandma
Jimmy
was on the
cousins.
corner, and across the street in the middle
Right.
was Jimmy and John.
Yeah, well, Chicky and Lois lived there, and they moved to West College.
Yeah, they
And,
lived there.
Jimmy was going
That's
to medical
that's Jimmy
school,
and
so-
John's parents.
Right.
We nicknamed my brother Chicky instead of calling him Eugene. We just
And wasn't John's mother Lois?
Lois, the nudie.
The
Her
nudie.
father had a glass shop in the square. Lois's father, I forget, Fairfield Glass, babe? Yeah, it just came to me. It was called Fairfield Glass. And he would buy glass and then cut it. And he was a glass cutter, Italian fellow named Venuti. And he could really make some beautiful designs in glass.